Let's start at the beginning, shall we?
Imagine me walking up to Mr. Howard's room with an idea in mind. This idea was spawned from watching Shrek the Musical, and as we were doing the school version of Shrek the Musical this year, I had a great idea.
Mr. Howard,
I said, what if we did a turntable? At first he was a little bit wary of the idea, thinking it was going to be hard, difficult, beyond his budget, beyond his capabilities. But what did I do to calm his fears? I claimed I knew how to build a turntable. And thus, the adventure began.
I began with a small prototype of a turntable. It wasn't this one, but it was a different one, deciding how the turntable would work. My original prototype had a center circle and then a ring around it, both turnable on their own, so we could have two different turnings at the same time. We determined that that was way too difficult, so we decided to just go with one circle. After we decided that, I built this wonderful thing, and through discussions with Mr. Howard and the other stage managers and designers, we decided to go with a 3-part turntable. As you can see, this part here is going to be Fiona's room, this part's Shrek, and this part would be Farquaad's castle, but I didn't build that because it's a very simple design. And I started with Fiona's castle because I thought it was the coolest one we had. Very simple, yet very complex at the same time. So we have this main platform there, and some foam walls leading off to doors on both sides with our transition of the Fionas. And so that's going to be her room. There's going to be a few changes made to it. And then here's Shrek. This was a lot more of a rough design, and I didn't really talk to them much before I built this one, but we're going to change it up and make it work on our actual turntable. And so if you want to see how we built the turntable, please watch this video and upcoming videos. Thanks.
A beautiful square that's gonna turn into the circle.
One day it'll be a circle. It will grow up.
Yeah, one day it will be a circle. So what we have here, we have, I think it's a 3/4 piece of plywood and then a 1/2 inch stacked on top of each other. The pattern that we have underneath there, I'd have to show you, but it's different. Well, your time lapse is going, that's good.
Should we do all 4 corners on every board?
At least.
And then we'll just put this on iMovie and load it.
Well, if it works. Look at this circle.
Yeah, that's almost a perfect
It's
circle.
beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Is that a little wobbly there? I think I saw a little wobbly there.
Yeah, that's almost a perfect circle.
Yes!
I call that pretty good.
Yeah,
Me
that's the
too.
best part.
We started here. Now he is there. And he has all the rest of that. Good luck. Look at it, look you. You got a 2x4, huh?
You didn't push it in far enough.
I'm sorry. I tried. Starting out the circle. It's gonna be amazing. Look at at this beauty. Look at that circle. You see it? We have made the circle. I mean, it's not perfect because me and Howard cut it, but it's not perfect because me and you cut it. But there's the center. The idea for the center, we have this. What did we use this wheel for?
Well, it originally came off of a Lazy Susan that I got, but I used it for the wheels for the Cinderella carriage.
Oh, Cinderella carriage.
Yeah.
Look at that. So it's just a plastic wheel. That's the center. It's a mic stand. We're gonna cut it. It's gonna be great.
This is as professional as we get.
It is very professional. Yep, there we go.
So you should not send this tape in for like an interview or like a resume to get a job.
Oh, it's professional. What are you doing? So here's the progress so far. We started making what we call the spider web for the wheels. We're going to just build it on top so we see where the wheels will cross our circle. Then we're going to mount the wheels on it, take the spider web off, move the wheel, put the spider web where it should be, secure it to the floor, and then put the wheel on top of it. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? Yes, it will be. What do you have to say about it?
I gotta hit it.
Yeah. Alright, this is what we did, guys. Look at this beautiful, beautiful spider web. And look at this. We have a pole and we have another circle. So we have a circle and then, what is that? How many sides are there? 12? What is that? Dodecagon? Is that dodecagon? Yeah? And then the bigger circle on the outside.
6, yeah.
There we go.
Can you count?
It's beautiful. Look at all this help too. These two nerds right here.
They've been helping this whole time.
These two
It's like
nerds
the only day they've showed up.
finally showed up for one day.
Ouch.
They're the laziest, but at least they showed up. Got it. We moved the spider web off. Isn't that amazing? We're master spiders. Yeah. Can you imagine how strong we 3 people have to be to move this giant wheel from over there to right here? Oh my gosh. This is gonna be great. Now one of the fun things, we had some 2x4s underneath here, and when we moved it off, the 2x4s were like stuck on the paint. Not very hard, we got them off just with our hand, but it was interesting that that happened. And we'll see what happens to the spider web when we take it up at the end of the show. Amazing times! We moved the spider web back to where it was and put it where it needs to be. And this wheel's still out here. And that's the audience. It's gonna be great. Yeah. Alright, so the wheels still haven't shown up. They should be here estimated about Friday. So in the meantime, we started working on the set. This encasing is going to be the castle of Farquaad. You see where he's walking is the door, and it's gonna stand up like so, and be at the edge of this. Yeah. And so each third of the wheel of the table is going to be a different set. This one's going to be Farquaad's. We drew out the one for Fiona's castle, and the one for Shrek is going to be on that third. Meanwhile, we started cutting up some flats, some 12-foot flats. It's great.
Yeah, I think you put that one in the video. This is not how you actually really do real stage stuff. You spend money to make it right.
Or you look at old things and you just make them work like that.
You have basically no money and you've already overspent. This is what you gotta do.
You're right.
This is mine, right? I just put my lips to it.
I
Ew,
guess.
if it's not.
No one else brought one of those, I think. Oh, wait. Here's the wheel. Soon we'll get the wheels on top of it. Yep. So this is the Farquaad's castle, the thing you just barely saw, but we put some muslin on it. If you don't know how to do that, well, you just take the muslin and then you glue it. Glue it right on there with some watered down glue.
Anyway, so there's the doorway right there. We're gonna cut that out later after it's all dry. We're gonna paint it blue, and apparently he wants it sparkly. It's gonna be great. So that's the main part of the castle, and then we have the towers, 12 feet tall. And so that's gonna be great. We're gonna just take that, I'm gonna shove it on the platform right there, and look at the people behind. Shove it on the platform. Focus, focus, come on. Doesn't like it. I'm gonna shove it on the platform. As you know, that's the back side of it. Look at it compared to that kid. He's like 6 feet tall.
That's a 12-foot wall.
Yes, it is.
That's gonna look good.
We're gonna have the wheel on there, and it's gonna be 12 feet tall, almost skyscraping the curtains.
It might touch them.
It'll be great.
Look at this! Our wheels are here.
Wow, that's.
A lot of wheels.
I almost want to know what the other box, like what they look like, because it's like 3 times as big, if not more.
On dimensions, yeah.
They're probably just thrown in there.
Oh, it's your fault.
For a stack, yeah, that's 100.
You think that'll be good?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
I think it'll work.
So I know I should have included it earlier, but we got the wheels on there. Mr. Howard came in a little bit on Saturday, and he put all those wheels on. There's about 96 underneath this giant thing, and they look amazing. And as you can see, it rolls pretty great. I'm the only one here, so it's kind of hard to roll it by myself while holding the camera. So they got all put on there. So I hope that was inspirational for you guys and entertaining as well. If you want to build your own turntable, you can follow this thing and make your own design, of course. But I hope it was informative. If you want to see the further process of building this turntable, watch the next video. If you want to see more of the design aspects, some of the specific measurements and stuff, I might make another video of that, and I'll also include some of it in the description and stuff. So if you're interested in that, go look for those things. And if they're not there, contact me. Alright.